It's Sunday morning on CBS, and here again is Charles Kuralt.
Eugene O'Neill's The Iceman Cometh is one of the great tragic dramas of the American stage. Bill Geist's version of The Iceman Cometh is a drama too, but it's not a tragedy. It's a hoot.
To great fanfare, but few fans, the international competition begins.
So, gentlemen, ready? Start your chainsaws. Go.
Chainsaws? What kind of competition is this, anyway?
The ice carving spectacular has begun here.
Is it started? Start?
Welcome, fans, to the Ice Carving Classic in Chicago, Illinois. Sanctioned by the National Ice Carving Association, it is the greatest spectacle in this, perhaps the most exciting of all culinary arts.
These men may look like wayward lumberjacks or meat packers, but they're chefs with chainsaws, sculpting delicate hearts and lovebirds and such from 260-pound blocks of ice.
Nationwide, I'd say there's somewhere between 3,000 to 4,000 people that carve ice.
Chuck Wagner is executive director of the National Ice Carving Association.
Is it art or is it a sport? That's the question I always ask. We've coined a new term, competitive art form, because yes, it's a sport, but also it's reigned by a subjective judging. It's a sport because we've got a time limit. We've got clocks, we have judges, we have rules. It's very physical, it's emotional, you know, you put your body into it.
Swans are definitely out. Ice carving has moved off of the buffet table, out from behind the cold cuts, and into the arena of international competition. The Ice Classic in Chicago drew teams from as far away as Japan and Australia for 3 days of non-stop action.
It was one of the most amazing comebacks I've ever seen.
These people talk about ice carving the way others talk about last-second touchdowns.
And I'm counting down, he's got 15 seconds, and he places his ball up on top. And as I'm counting down, the ball is rolling to the edge. And when I hit 0, it stopped. I've never seen crowd response like that anywhere. People jumped out of their chairs. They were screaming. Just the cheers were incredible. One of the best moments I've ever had in ice carving.
How's it feel, balance? Okay, well, just hold on to it,
And of course, there are the heartbreaks.
Okay, I'm gonna cut through. Oh my God, put it like
After sculpting for almost 90 minutes, the whole thing can just fall apart, leaving the carver with 1.5 minutes to make something out of a pile of crushed ice.
Are there crowd favorites? I mean, some of these guys are real showmen.
They're real showmen. They're well known. They have people that come just to see them. There are some showmen.
Ice groupies.
Well, you could talk to Scotty about that.
That would be Scott Rella.
It looked like there might be some groupies out here today.
Yeah.
Are there?
Oh, I don't know. You know, everywhere you go, there's going to be people that are like really admire what you're doing and want to get to talk. And so, where are you going to be, 5 o'clock? What's your weekend?
Charlie's Cup, it's in Michigan.
Okay.
Scott Rella hones his skills in his Long Island garage, doing 500 pieces a year for weddings, bar mitzvahs, and such. Even Michelangelo had to pay the bills. This ice mermaid he considers art.
The dragons, the birds, you know, anything with wings, those, you know, we're just tired of that. It's time to, we're trying to be like cutting edge. She looks like a babe, huh?
She is a beauty, and Scott reproduces her for the judges in Chicago.
That is.
Is this becoming increasingly popular, do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I could see this becoming almost an Olympic event. Why not? They have everything else.
What are your goals for the sport? Would you like to see this on ESPN someday?
Oh, without question. We are made for the television sports arena.
If some of this appears ridiculous, some of the works themselves appear sublime, like so many Steuben glass sculptures. In the final event, the team freestyle, the ice carving heats up.
It's getting pretty tense out there, isn't it, Chuck?
Very, Bill. We got Kevin Roscoe as a piece going. Him and a fellow by the name of Vivat Hong Hong. They're in 5th place, 109 out, and they are going for broke, so to speak.
Let's go back to the action.
The crowd seems almost afraid to breathe as tense carvers put finishing touches on their fragile, precarious works.
Give me a chainsaw. Yeah. I need snow right away.
Scott Rella and his partner work feverishly during the countdown.
Good. Get the shield. Get the shield.
4,
Hold it. 20 seconds extra. Let go.
And at the last second, literally, the sword of Perseus falls. Nearby, a magnificent goddess stood to win.
excellent job, gentlemen.
In Chicago, apparently they've seen enough of ice by the month of May. Sculptors of the goddess are awarded medals. The work crew shows its admiration by letting her stand a moment longer.